Not sure if the camera can pick this up, but this thing here is an electric unicycle, and I am going to do the length of New Zealand riding this thing. It's crazy. It's beyond crazy. I'm not doing it alone. Robert, he's going to join me, and in less than 48 hours we will be on the road from Cape Reinga to Kaitaia, our first day. It's going to be good. How did I get here? How did I get here? Where did I come from? We'll have a little look. It's a bit silly, but I don't know. And I want to thank Roll NZ. They have been amazing. Their link is in the description. Last year, in April, I travelled over to Europe with my 2 younger brothers and an older sister, and we walked a pilgrimage from Vézelay, which is sort of quite central France, to Finisterre, which is the most northerly western point of Spain. It took 77 days and over 1,000 miles to walk. It was wonderful. We had backpacks on our backs. We had tents. We were just wild camping. We met wonderful, wonderful people along the way, saw many wonderful things, culture, history. And afterwards, after the long, long journey, I ended up in England. And when I got to England, I knew I had to do something when I got back to New Zealand. And I just thought, well, I want to do something crazy. Travel the length of New Zealand, maybe on an electric unicycle. So I sat down and I explained my plans. Greetings! Endeavours. This is the very first video on my YouTube channel. May there be many, many more to come. What am I planning? What's happening here? What's the game plan? What's the goal? I plan to travel from the very top of the North Island of New Zealand to the very bottom of the South Island on an EUC, which is what does EUC stand for? EUC stands for electric unicycle, and that's crazy. The idea to travel across the length of New Zealand, which is, 3,000 kilometres or something? That's crazy. On an EUC. Are you crazy? Am I mad? Maybe I am crazy. I don't know. I should talk to someone about it. Which I have, actually. I've talked to the EUC community, which doesn't really help because they're all crazy like me. And people think it's a cool idea. I think it's a cool idea. Why am I doing this? I want to raise awareness for 3 things. This is why I'm doing it. Number 1, the coming energy crisis that's gripping the world, and it's gripping New Zealand. We're already starting to see the effects of an energy crisis in New Zealand. And we're not alone. The world is being affected as well. It's sort of a global problem. And it's not impossible to stop it. Nothing's impossible. Secondly, I want to bring awareness to privately owned electrical transport systems. So an EUC is a great example of a privately owned electric transport system. And if everyone had one in New Zealand, well, it would affect the grid, the electrical grid, massively. I'm just going to pause you there. And guess what? It's a coffee break. Did you know you can buy Robert and I a coffee? If you head over to Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description, you can help us out by giving us the price of a coffee. $5, $10, $15, maybe $20, maybe too much. Stick with $5. Coffee is good. And a coffee can be a pie, or a sausage roll, or a sausage sizzle, or something that will sustain us on our way. So please have a look, and if you feel like you want to give us $1 or $2, $5, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I've left one in the car for you.
That's right.
Can you hear me? Excellent, I can hear you quite well. I can hear you quite well. Yeah. Some sort of car park. Robert and I have just gotten to Dargaville. Well, not just gotten to, probably about 2 or so hours ago. We arrived around what, 4 o'clock, Robert?
No, 3.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Which is great because we left Rowney around 9. Yeah. Sort of, we're set up at the campground in Dargaville, charging all our gear in the tent. And yeah, we've done, I think, 115 kilometers today or something. I want to thank Roll NZ for helping to sponsor us, and also IPC Automation from Invercargill, which their logo is right there. Not sure if you can see that. I want to thank them too. They've been wonderful, wonderful. If you guys want to help us out, please buy us a coffee, because we still haven't booked South Island accommodation. We've just sorted out the North Island accommodation. So any help would be very, very, very much appreciated. And that concludes my introduction video. And hopefully I'll get episode 1 out in due course. Tomorrow we head down to Potu Point, or something like that, to cross the harbour to Helensville. Originally we were going to take a ferry, and then it looked like the ferry wasn't available, so we were going to go round via Wellsford, and I was dreading taking State Highway 1. Yeah, I wasn't looking forward to it. But yesterday we made contact with the people with the ferry over the harbour, and they're quite happy to take us, because we have we started at the same time as a very large group of cyclists who are touring the length of NZ. So tomorrow we head to Helensville. Yeah, excellent. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next installment.